Hello, welcome back to the wonderful end of the world. Chocolate cake. We're gonna do white bread lane right now. Not sugar candy. Yeah, there we go. This level's kind of tough. It's also not too interesting of a level. What makes it so tough is that those, in the background there's a lot of like little corridors that you need to get through, but you can't go in there if you're too big or if you're too small, because you won't fit or you won't be able to pick up any of the stuff that's in there. So you need to get as much of this junk around here as you can before you head into the back there. And for some reason, I had a really hard time judging size in this level, so I ended up doing worse than I should have. There's a few places that are nice to get size and score from, like these tools lying around, and then there was another pile of bricks that was also lying around. See, like all this stuff just kind of gets in the way, and then you can't even pick up those hard hats yet. You did get to go up in this tree and absorb some birds. There's also like a giant orange or something up here. I don't know. It gives you a nice view of the whole level. It's a pretty small one. There's a lot of small objects rather than kind of varying size stuff. A lot of it just kind of gets in your way. There's the orangutan for this level. And the dog. Unfortunately, even in free play, you can't really get too big in this level. There isn't a whole ton of stuff to absorb, so even if you eat like every single thing in the level, you're still not going to be that big compared to a lot of other levels, I think. And we're already running short of time and not anywhere close to where we want to be on score. We just now got to the point where we can eat a lot of the stuff back here, but that's it. And like I said, ended up doing pretty bad. Got a B+. So I'm gonna have to come back and get an A on that later to unlock the final level. This level I actually really like, though. It's pretty fun. It's another neighborhood level, but it's a lot bigger. Here's another case where you kind of want to get as many of those small things as you can while you're still small, because like I said, if you're too big, then you'll just end up missing a lot of things because you need to actually step on the things you're trying to absorb. And there's a lot of stuff here, like in the water or by ledges, that you can't get later on. There's also kind of a nice progression to the level, both in size and in just location. Like the last level, you kind of started around in a little garden area and then moved a little bit away from it, but you didn't really get to see a whole lot. This one, you start off really small in this backyard, and we're going to move out of here pretty soon. As soon as we get a few more things in here, like all this stuff. And already you can start to see stuff in the background kind of appearing as our line of sight increases. Or I guess our eye level gets higher. And we're already almost big enough to eat these cars here. Not quite. Those bricks helped a lot. And then there's all these fences to grab. And if there weren't orangutans in every other level, then there's definitely enough here to make up for it. Still not quite big enough. Getting all this stuff flying around here should be good. Yeah, like a lot of that stuff I missed when I was small, I can't get now. Again, not quite big enough. Kind of trapped in here. There we go. There's some things that you can get over. It seems like you shouldn't really be able to, but the game is generally pretty nice to you and wants you to not get stuck. So it'll let you run over things like cars that you wouldn't think you'd be able to. There's a lot of those like trees lying sideways. And we're pretty big now, but we're gonna keep getting bigger. There's a brontosaurus. There's an achievement for eating the brontosaurus. I didn't get it this time, but I was a little slow on getting to the big stuff. I got a good amount of the small stuff, but I spent a little too much time gathering it. So I only ended up with an A-. Now I'm gonna have to redo that one too, but it won't be too hard. And then here's just showing off getting the brontosaurus. Again, I already got the achievement, so you can also start eating houses if you get big enough. That's it.